All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Facebook Live. How we looking? This is so awesome. Such a beautiful morning. I decided to set up shop on our deck. So I'm out back behind, and we have just a wonderful guest that's joining us this morning. And here's the cool thing. I'm going to give you a little hint as to who it is. Obviously, it's in the post, but has something to do with Line and Kugels. So I'm super excited. Good morning, Bonnie. It's so good to see you. Good morning, Brittany. Hope you are doing well. Bonnie, you're watching from Bloomer and you're drinking Bulletproof. You got me curious, Bulletproof. So I'm just kind of curious. I hope that's a coffee. I'm assuming it's a coffee. Maybe it's a tea. But why don't y'all who's watching just kind of drop a line. Let me know where you're watching from, what you're drinking. Judy George, good morning to you. It's so awesome to see you. I hope your son jumps on and you guys can enjoy a cup of coffee together. But for everybody watching, this is Caffeine and Quarantine, just something we've been doing now for a couple weeks. As we are kind of all confined to our homes and for some of us at our jobs, we basically go from home to job or from home to work and work to home. And for others of us, it's just home and work and teaching. So I just want to, Ashley Smith, hello, good to see you. What you drinking? Drinking some coffee. I hope Porter's got his cup full. I love it. Ashley Smith and Porter, they chime in for the kids message every single Thursday, and Porter shows me his cup because he wants to drink coffee with Pastor. So that's so awesome to see. My question for everybody today is this: what is your if you remember Monday we talked about what your go-to food is. What is your go-to activity during this quarantine time? What's something that you do as a person, individual, or what do you do as a family during this quarantine? Our family's just basically, our activity is try to keep the kids alive, safe, try to find them because they're just outside constantly. It's awesome. If you see behind me, let me turn this way. We got the first week of quarantine, I said, hon, I'm not going to be able to do this. The kids need to get outside. And so we ran outside and we grabbed one of the trampolines that was for sale in the city of Eau Claire. And I guess their bikes and trampolines are no longer available anywhere because everybody bought them up. So the kids' activity right now is a trampoline. We've had so much fun on that. I don't know if anybody else is like me, but I go on a trampoline now, and I actually get sick to my stomach. It's weird. I'm old. I'm getting old. 41 years old. It's just, you can't do that stuff. Fishing. Awesome. Bonnie, fish. Betty, you're drinking hot chocolate? Betty, flannel sheets and hot chocolate. That is awesome. Bonnie, thank you for verifying it is bulletproof. That's awesome. Well, hey, keep talking, keep interacting. If you have questions for our guest today, please drop them in the comments. And I hope you all can say hi to each other. But yeah, Caffeine and Quarantine, an opportunity to have a second cup of coffee with your pastor and friends. Because we always talk about at Central, we always say, bring Jesus into your first cup of coffee and the second cup of coffee. Why don't you join us on Mondays and Wednesdays? So today, I really want to get to it so that we can spend more time with her. I am super excited to introduce to you a good friend of mine. When I see her around town in Chippewa Falls, she always has a smile on her face. I really look up to her for her leadership and her wisdom, because she leads a significant organization or a business, I guess, if you will, here in Chippewa Falls. And so just watching what she does at the Liney Lodge is it's so fun. It's just amazing. And again, You probably will recognize her because if Liney's has anything to do with an event, she's there, she's around. But again, she has that infectious smile. So why don't everybody give me a warm Central Lutheran welcome to Lindsay Everson. There she is. Lindsay, how are you doing? Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. There we go. Got it? You got her?
Got it. Oh my gosh, Zoom fail. I'm doing great. Sturgey. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, and I already know this, but can you share with everybody? I believe we all know what that background is. What is that? Where are you coming to us from? Oh my God!
I am here all by my lonesome, which is so weird, but I'm here at the Liney Lodge this morning. So we're running some new packaging lines. So I'm gonna head over to the brewery and check out some new fun stuff we've got going on. But
awesome!
Right here at the bar by myself.
Yeah. I want to get into some personal detail, but for right now, we were talking about this. Liney Lodge is closed down till June 1st, right? I was reading that on Facebook.
Yeah, at the very least. We'll probably have some updates for everyone next week, but I'm thinking it's going to be more like late June at this point. I know it's going to be like late June.
Because my favorite activity, the staff doesn't even know this. Well, now the whole world's going to know this, but my favorite activity is typically on Thursdays. Thursdays are my Friday, because I have Friday. Yeah. I take Friday, Saturday off. And Thursdays are usually, we call them our Wednesday hangovers because Wednesday is such a long day. And you've been there on Wednesday nights. You know what the chaos that ensues. So Thursdays, I love leaving the office, and I go down to the Liney Lodge, and I drink I think, what is it? We can have 3 pints now? 2 pints.
2 pints.
2 pints.
Yeah, let me know when you come in.
Oh, yeah. And then and my wife gets upset because I always walk out with like Liney garb, like gear, just Liney suede. It's so awesome. I love it. So but the fact that I'm not going to be able to do that now for another month at least at a minute. Okay,
shameless plug. There is still Liney.com.
Yeah. I got that.
So, I still have that team here, and they're still working really hard. But
yeah, I suppose I could go get a summer shandy and then just kind of drink a shandy, pretend I'm at Liney Lodge, but just shop at Liney.com. So we can do that, right?
Totally. Yeah. I just run through the Instagram scroll and stuff too. Kind of feel more connected with the rest of the
what I'll do is I'll put a paper wristband on and I'll mark off, I'll have the numbers and I'll mark it off just so I can mentally trick myself into thinking I'm at the Liney Lodge. So
I love it.
So hello Ashley Smith. She said hello, former Liney Lodge guide. I did not know that about you, Ashley. That is awesome. Josh Tofar. Okay, does the Liney Lodge miss me as much as I miss it? Because Josh Tofar absolutely loves Liney's, and I think Josh has this coffee cup too. This coffee mug.
That is the best coffee mug.
Yeah. Luann Wisniewski says coffee. Perhaps it should be beer. Good morning, everybody. Absolutely. So,
when you were opening up and you said your first cup of coffee is with Jesus, and your second cup you can add, and I thought you might go somewhere else for a second. You said friends. I was like, okay, that's cool. And it's 8:30.
Yeah.
Not that always matters, but
5. Well, yeah, we'll get there at 5 o'clock or quarantine time at noon. We'll switch it. Anyways, we digress.
Whatever.
So how's it going? So you're man, you are you're a professional. You're a manager of the Liney Lodge. You're the general manager. All things Liney Lodge. You have your fingerprints all over it. If it's in the Liney Lodge, from employees. I mean, so professional-wise to being just an individual person, to being a single mother. How are you surviving this quarantine? How are you doing? What's a day in the life of Lindsay, especially single mother with a middle schooler?
Girl. Mm-hmm. And trust me, she's giving it full on back. My mom just sits back. My mom's sitting back with her coffee, just laughing and laughing. She just thinks full circle. No, I'm doing good. I keep joking to myself that I've learned all these new skills because they say we should all be learning new skills in quarantine. And my new skill has been patience. Okay. And another skill has been, just that, trying to teach and get up in the morning and be like, all right, we can stay, but here's how we're going to be productive. And then just be okay with everything falling apart and the wheels falling off and just rolling with it and saying, we'll try again tomorrow.
So I imagine, are you doing all your work from home, or are you kind of doing a mixture? Because like you said, you have a new line of product or packaging coming out that you needed to go check out. So,
well, that's just more personally because, I get pretty passionate about what's going on over across the creek here at the brewery. So the brewery team is still working full. They're an essential business. So the brewery hasn't shut down at all. But so to answer your question, I'm working from home mostly.
Okay.
I'm working from home. I try to come in here a couple days a week just to check on and make sure everything's going okay. I have one of my team members, Buddy Brannon. He still comes in every day, make sure the building's still standing and nothing's fallen apart yet, and keeping everything clean and sanitary. And so checking in on him and making sure he's doing okay. But mostly, I've been mostly working from home. Like I said, this morning is kind of unique in that I am here. I just happen to have to be here at 8, so to check some things out. So
yeah.
Kind of
So my question is, because you and I are probably in the same boat. How is it going being general manager at Liney Lodge, but then also now your daughter's teacher?
Yeah.
Tell us about the book fight. I
was telling you about last night. Well, first off, just shout out, thanks to all the teachers. I know, hopefully now they are getting the love and respect that they deserve from parents, because we appreciate you so much. But perfect example last night. So like I said, Olivia's super smart, very, very funny, but very stubborn. I don't know where she gets any of this, like the stubbornness or digging her heels in from. Clueless. But so last night she calls me and tells me from downstairs in her bedroom. She calls to my office first off. So let's just put it that way. She called to say she finished Divergent and she needed to know which faction I was. And so I said, well, I've taken the quiz. I think I'm Dauntless. I've taken the quizzes, read all the books. I think I'm Dauntless. She's like, no, there's no way you're advocating. Like, she had a full-on profile. She had profiled me. And I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm Dauntless. Well, she was not taking my word for it whatsoever. So I had to take the quiz that was in her book. And then when she wasn't satisfied there, she went online and grabbed a few more quizzes and wanted to make sure that I was answering. And then she had to take her quizzes. And it's just, the ways of teenagers. God love her. Yep. But just, she's not going to take my word for it these days. Question everything, which in a traditional world, that's great. But sometimes want to say the sky is blue and not hear, well, it's kind of purple and green today. Can we just let that go?
and isn't it fascinating? The sky is blue. No, it isn't, Mom. But then they'll text their friends or they'll Google it and they'll say, oh yeah, you're right, Mom. The sky is blue. And it's like, well, you could have just listened to me. But yeah, it's I've had my low point in this whole parent teaching thing was when I was arguing with my kindergartner about math. That's when I stepped back and I said, my wife's a teacher, so I get it, but I'm like, I just don't know how, and again, I mean, you're a single mom with a middle school daughter and Liney Lodge general manager. So it's amazing. I can't even begin to think how you do it. So kudos to you. Pete Walter says, good morning, everybody. Coffee and beer. Coffee and beer. Carol Bovey's having coffee in her Liney's coffee cup too. That is awesome. Barb Walk, there she is, enjoying a hot cup of tea from Anson. She loves her tea. I don't think she's a coffee drinker, but anyways. Okay, so we know the state of Liney Lodge, but why don't you just talk us through how Liney Lodge has been affected with this and the difficult decision that you've been having to make in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I would say the last week in March was probably one of the worst of my career professionally. Just I had to lay off most of my team. Wow. Temporary layoff, furlough. To me, it's kind of one and the same. The goal is you just have to hit the pause button and know that at the end of this, the goal is to hopefully have everybody come back and we'll be back all together again. But I had to lay off pretty much the entire team except for those who work in the e-commerce area because as mentioned earlier, we are still managing that piece of it and in operations because the building's not going away. The grass still needs to be cut and all of that. So, kind of the essential, I hate to even use that term, but just the people that since we don't have anyone coming through the doors, We had to do the same as a lot of the other restaurants and the bars and the tourist destinations. Same thing across the country. We're all in that same boat that while everyone's hunkering down, we have to do as well for the safety of our team members and for our guests and brewery workers and everyone else. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do.
It is. And I get a sense the way I know you that you're kind of hardwired a lot like me. You're very relational and outgoing, and so I can't imagine what you had to do in furloughing the employees. But you're right? Isn't it weird? I view essential, non-essential so differently now, and I feel like, man, everybody, obviously everybody's essential,
right?
But the fact that we've had to create these hard lines in the sand of people who, okay, we got to keep you, but no, you're non-essential, or your business is considered non-essential. I'm like, man, somebody had a dream and for that small business, and now they're just kind of being deemed non-essential, and so they have to shut down. It's just man.
It hurts. That hurts my heart all the time to think of that, but I also have faith that we'll get through this and everything will be better. And I look at the team that is currently not working right now, but so excited to see them again. And it's so hard because I just want to go around and give everyone a huge hug, and it's like, oh, I can't yet. No.
Yeah, can't do that. Can't even do elbow bumps.
No.
It's tough. It's tough.
Michael, but we do Zoom happy hours when we can. And
okay.
Which
yeah.
really helps you.
Michael Gint said, "Wait, the Liney Lodge is closed." Yes, Michael. I don't know if he's been under a rock. I know Michael, so Bob Prock. Good morning to Bob. So what does okay, even though Liney Lodge is closed and things are closed down now for however more weeks or months, are there some new stuff, exciting stuff that you can share that we can just to give us something to look forward to, like something on the horizon where we can finally say, oh my God, yes.
Well, honestly, the goal is to be open for what we are deeming the longest Liney Friday on 6/20. So 6/25 would be the Thursday, and so then we'd have it open. So we'd be open the next day. We're figuring out how we're going to do that, but we've cleaned up some brewery grounds, ordered new picnic tables. We're going to have everything socially distanced, but still being able to come in and have a beer here on the other side of the creek and chill with your friends and your family at the table. And we're trying to figure out how we can do any events, be it public or private, or if we can do more beer dinners. So you and all your neighbors, or if we can keep it under that 50 mark, that like it's going to be phase 2, phase 3. Try to have some fun with that, and keep it close and maybe a little bit more intimate, but still have fun and enjoy a beer with a friend, and moving forward with that. And then on the brewery side, we actually had a lot of fun things happening this year, and they're still doing really well. Spritzin was one that came out, so we actually had a Spritzin release party, and that was the last party we had here.
Okay.
Right, shut down. So that was March 13th. And it was so much fun. And Spritzin's doing great. It's basically beer with a splash of like a seltzer-ish. So instead of being mostly seltzer with kind of a, splash of not even really a splash, basically being a hard seltzer, right?
Yeah.
We're actually doing a beer, but making it a little bit lighter and a little bit splashier. So Spritzin means like stash.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I was leery because I was never that kind of beverage. My brother drinks that. I can't say it because you're in the Liney Lodge, but it rhymes with schmike schmall. What? Yeah, he's awake. And so I was just kind of like, oh, I don't know, but I actually absolutely love it, and I love how it's just I love it ice cold. It's so refreshing, and it just changes everything. Oh, Terry Bronick says, "Yeah, I love you, Lindsay Everson. Miss you." Terry Bronick misses.
I miss her too.
She's watching. So good to see you. Well, that's good. That's good. And yeah, obviously on the brewery side, beer sales are still they're still happening, right? What have you all noticed in this quarantine? Because I'll be honest, I have to run to the grocery store to grab something, and beer is on my list. So,
if you're gonna make the trip, right?
Yeah.
Do we have milk, bread, butter, beer? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Get the essentials.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so it's been kind of a wild ride with that too, right? Because with all the restaurants and bars, and trust me, we so miss our retail partners so much because that's really where people gather and have fun over a beer, right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
has changed so dramatically. But on the flip side, to your point, with what we call off premise, our grocery stores, C stores, liquor stores, anywhere else that sells beer, has had an incredible boom, an incredible spike. End of March, they called it pantry loading. When folks weren't totally sure what the future held,
Yep.
we did a lot of people. They stocked up to make sure that they were going to get through their spring and sit in backyards by their own fire with their own beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Across my neighborhood, at least whenever we can. And yeah, so we did see a really healthy spike to try to, and it did offset a lot of that on-premise sales. Now, what's next month? Now that people are starting to kind of get in their groove, we'll see. There's not as much. Oh, I better stock up because I don't know when I'm going to get beer again. What if they stop making it? We'll see kind of where it goes. I mean, net at the end of the day, we're still looking for a year that we're going to still be making and serving our beer just as if quarantine never happened.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And
well, in a new way, obviously everyone's wearing masks and PPE, so there is no such thing as if quarantine never happened. But yep. I guess I'm trying to say we're still in production.
Yeah. And so how's what's your idea or suggestion, or what are some ways people can help? Because I also know you're just passionate about our area. I mean, it's not just Liney Lodge, but you think of all the small businesses that are connected with Liney's somehow, some way. What's some ways that you personally, or ways that you've seen, or suggestions that you can help with everybody watching today? How can we help? If we're still financially able to just get out there, help these small businesses, help Liney's, because Liney's is a pillar of our community. And so go ahead. What are some suggestions or ways that we can do, things that we can do to help support these businesses that are so important?
Yeah, I would say if any of the local restaurants have curbside pickup or delivery or anything like that, still support them as best you can. A lot of restaurants, I know Fish Fry for a few weeks during Lent there. Oh my gosh, I had to call 3 days in advance and get in line when I had to go pick it up on Fridays. It was insane and awesome. Like, it just warmed my heart. I was like, yes, these businesses. And I grew up, my parents had a restaurant growing up, so I totally feel. But I would say, order lunch. Like what we've been trying to do here is order lunch as a team if we are all here in the office, or I try to make a point of at least 2 dinners a week. I order from a different local restaurant and just for carry out, and it's kind of nice. I don't have to cook. Takes one thing off the list, makes my groceries last a little bit longer, and I feel like I'm helping support. And then 2, I've also tried to make a point of and recommend this to anybody, buy gift cards. If you have to buy a gift for someone right now, buying a restaurant gift card is a great way to, not only help them out now, but still give someone something to look forward to in the future, back to, either when they can either go get carry out now, or looking forward to that day in the summer here, hopefully, where we can start going out to Loopy's and sitting on the deck, or, to Loopy's High Shores and doing that at the same time, or going up to the fill-in station, West Hill. And, I know Sakura is doing carry out now here in Chippewa as well, and I'm super pumped to go get some sushi.
Yeah. Did you try? Did you try? I think yesterday was just phenomenal. The bomb taco that opened up for one day to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, and I think it was in Lucy's. They utilized the building, I think, but they were only taking 600 orders, and they sold out like in a day. Or it was just crazy, and I just that's the Chippewa community. That is so awesome, surrounding just coming together and supporting these small businesses. Yeah, we
So bummed I missed that.
Yeah, they haven't taken boating away from us. So you're right. I'm thinking of all the sandbar and the View and the Edge, Mallards. Getting gift cards because hey, this summer hopefully we will be able to dock and go in and eat or order some food. That's a good. I never thought of the gift card idea. That's really awesome. Okay, on a light note, as we wrap up, so I asked everybody that was watching, what's their activity of choice during this quarantine? What's your activity of choice? What do you do as a person, or better yet, what do you and your daughter get out and do, just to kind of keep sane and to get out of your house?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I had to write that down and think about it. We do try to bike, so we're in Altoona. So all of the biking trails have been completed more or less in the last couple months, and they are so awesome.
Yeah.
And they connect to Chippewa, connect to Eau Claire. So we try to get on our bikes when we can. But it's funny you mentioned the trampoline earlier. I had the same thought. Liv's birthday was Easter, and kind of the same thing. I'm like, I need something for us to do outside. So I did get a trampoline. I set it all up, and then we had those windstorms. So I hope yours is staked. I learned the hard way. Make sure you're staked because we had a windstorm. Trampoline's fine. Enclosure, not so much.
Yeah.
But I got to do that. And then she's been joining me on yoga, and it's kind of cool. Like now I miss being in class for yoga. I do love having it online because I can bring my computer, just pick it up and bring it with me anywhere, go out on my back, in my backyard, my back deck, in my little room, in my closet, if I just need to be alone for 30 minutes and meditate. So that's some of the things that we've been trying to do to stay sane. Depends on, got to get the heart rate up, or do we just need to calm the mind?
So, so are you also like a Netflix connoisseur? Are you into movies? If so, what are you binge watching right now?
I just finished part 4 of Money Heist last night.
Money Heist. Okay, haven't heard that one. Yeah.
So my brother-in-law recommended it to me 2 weeks ago because I guess the part 4, he'd been watching it for like a year. But it's amazing. It's this series that's out of Spain, and it's about a bank robbery.
Oh, cool.
And it's got like 4 seasons, and it's just a psychological thriller. And I totally binge watched it, start to finish. And season 4 ended on this. It's a cliffhanger. Let me just put it that way. That's not, I don't think, spoiling anything. And so, of course, I'm online going, season 5. And they're like, well, there will be a season 5. We just don't know when we can start shooting.
That's awesome.
I'm like, so I'm going to have to go see if I think Dead to Me is coming out this week, or Hollywood Story. I don't know, those might be.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. I'm going to have to check that out for sure.
Yeah, but check out Money Heist. It was awesome.
Cool. Well, Lindsay, you are awesome. And, Central Lutherans for Chippewa, which means we're for you, we're for Liney's, and we're for all the employees, those who are still working and those who have been furloughed. We'll keep you all in our prayers. We'll get through this together as a community. And let me just tell you, I will be the first at the doors of Liney Lodge when you open up, because I'm so excited. I might even bring Josh Tofar. I might invite him along. But yeah.
Yes, tell Josh we do miss him
yes.
as much, if not more, than he misses us.
Okay.
And I will have a bar stool here 6 feet away with both of your names on.
Well, you keep the faith. keep being that amazing mother and professional and just amazing standout person in our community. So thanks so much for joining us. You have a great one. If you need anything, just let us know, okay?
Thanks, dude. So appreciate you being here. Thanks for the kind words.
Yep. You take care. Have a great day. Thank you.
You too. Bye.
So there you go. That was Lindsay Everson, and I loved her suggestions. I hope everybody's taking opportunities to just get out and support our small businesses, our restaurants, and when you're out grocery shopping, maybe pick up that 6-pack of Liney's or something. So it's awesome to see all of you. Betty loves walking the flower garden where I am grounded, where I see the marvels of God's creativity. Bill O'Connell, hello, love Liney's, my dad. Oh yeah, Bill O'Connell, your dad worked at Liney's for over 45 years. I have so many memories there, absolutely. And I can't wait to pick back up. Josh Tofar just invited himself with me to Liney Lodge. So, yep, that sounds good, Josh. So great. Hey, just to let everybody know, tomorrow is prayer and worship at noon. So join us again here. It's just an opportunity to push pause on our days and come together and point our hearts together collectively toward God and just come to Him with our prayers. So we do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, tomorrow at noon. Sunday is Fun Day online. Come and join us for our online experience at Central. We have our 8:30 traditional worship. We have our 10 o'clock modern worship as well. And we have something a little bit special online for our mothers, and not just mothers, but all the women in our lives. Those who are mothers, those who are not mothers, but continue to be that faith role model for all of us. So we're going to celebrate all women on Sunday. So join us for worship as well. And you guys, I'm loving this Caffeine in Quarantine. Join me again next Monday, 8:30. Grab your second cup of caffeine. Come and join me. But remember, that first cup of coffee, bring Jesus into it. Love you all. I really, truly miss all of you, and I cannot wait to see all of you. Have a great rest of your week, and see you tomorrow and see you on Sunday. Woohoo! I'm out.